Right. My name, ladies and gentlemen, is Lynette Ntuli. I will be your program director for the Essence Festival Empowerment Stage. Now, some of you have already attended some of the Essence Festival Durban events, the breakfasts, the awards, the Durban Business Fair, the exhibitions, and it's really proven so far to be a jam-packed couple of days for all of us as Durbanites who are attending this event. Now, this particular platform starts today, it goes on through tomorrow, as well as on Sunday. And I'll tell you why I'm so excited about the Empowerment Stage. You're going to hear from some of the best, not only local, but international personalities in business, in entertainment, and in so many different facets of life. Not only about their journeys, the values that ground them, but also share in some of their experiences and some of the exciting tips that they have for each of us about doing better at everything that we are. The Essence Empowerment Stage are essentially the heartbeat of the Essence Festival. The Essence brand stands for empowerment, and therefore when we come together in a room like this, we ultimately stand to also enlighten one another, share with one another, and when we leave the room with the aim, of course, to have improved mindsets and go out and do better because we know better. So, I'm hoping that, as I said a little bit earlier on when I was just making some of the announcements, that this afternoon is going to be not only exciting in terms of some of the things you will hear, the people we will meet, but will also be a genuine opportunity for each of you to interact with the information, to interact with the people sitting next to you, to interact with the people who will be on stage, and leave here this afternoon both inspired but also feeling engaged with the possibility of your own lives. Now, I won't be running this program on my own this afternoon. I will be running it with Yolanda Songweni. Yolanda is a Durban-born girl who later on in her life ended up living with her family in the US, and today this Durban girl is Essence's digital director. So every time you see the Essence brand online, social media, and across all the different platforms, this is a woman who now drives that interaction, that content, and obviously keeping you engaged and excited about the news features, the inspiring features, the enlightening features of the Essence brand. So I'd really love for each of you this afternoon to give her a very warm Durban welcome, umkhaya wethu, to this stage as she tells each of you just a little bit more about the Essence brand and tells you a bit about her role in the program this afternoon.
Thank you, Lynette. Sanbona, Ninjani. I'm Yolanda Sangweni, as Lynette has told you, Digital Director for Essence. And I just wanted to share with you, because this is our first year in Durban, and I just want to share what is Essence Festival, because I'm sure when people were asking you, you said, I don't know. But I want to tell you, Essence Festival is about empowerment. It's a 22-year-old festival that's been happening in New Orleans, Louisiana, which many of you may know, but Essence was started in 1994. Essence Festival was started in 1994 in New Orleans because the point was, New Orleans, as many of you may know, is Durban's sister city. And also Durban and New Orleans is really a very cultural city, big into the arts the way that Durban is. So it made sense to bring Essence Festival to Durban.
Basetsana Kumalo is the Executive Chairman and CEO of Basetsana Women Investment Holdings. Born and raised in Soweto, she is a mother and a wife, and has been with the love of her life for 19 years.
Nothing's gonna change my life for you. You wanna know by now how much I love you.
Basetsana holds a Bachelor of Arts degree from the University of South Africa, where she majored in politics and communications. She's currently studying towards an honours degree in international relations, is passionate about politics and specifically interested in education. While her father was a bus driver, her mother was a teacher, as is her elder sister, Lorato. This is something she believes is a calling. Basetsana also spends some time at the Kennedy School of Government at Harvard and holds their diploma in executive education on global leadership. She also participated in the Leadership and Decision-Making in the 21st Century program at Yale University. Youth development and empowering women are two issues that are close to her heart. Together with Johanna, her sister, and two other partners, she owns a travel management company called Travel with Flair. This year, the business celebrates 20 successful years. She is also the CEO and co-founder of Connect Channel, that produces reality shows that include Our Perfect Wedding, Please Step In, Date My Family, Utatako, Disky Divas, and Boot Camp. Basetsana is also a television producer and owns Shwelapele Productions, together with her longtime partner Patience Stevens, producing shows like Top Billing and Basela. During her presenting career at Top Billing, she had the honor of interviewing world shakers and history makers.
There are many people in South Africa who are rich, who can share those riches with people who are not so fortunate.
Basetsana is a member of the Young Global Leaders with the World Economic Forum and serves on the board of Love Life, South Africa's largest national HIV prevention organization for young people, and has been there for 5 years as vice chairman of the organization. She also serves on the Nelson Mandela Institute for Education and Rural Development and is a board member of JAM.
Inspired by women like her. She has, produced many series, Grey's Anatomy. There's just so many to mention. And she's somebody who, for me, I look and find inspiration in her life journey and how she's tried to, do the work-life balance, which is very difficult, by the way, for us working women. But I'm a happy working mom. I could never be able to sit at a spa and do tea and have a hair appointment because, that's my life journey. I could never do that. I was an entrepreneur. I cleaned in my mother's house. I've been working since I was 6 because my mother used to give me a packet of sweets to sell during school break. At the same school, my mother used to teach at, so I went to the same school. And so I have to tell you this, I'm digressing, but I have to. I have fond memories of this assembly line in my mother's kitchen when we were making sandwiches. Uma used to be the one to butter the bread because, she was allowed to use the knife from Dumdal. And then Johanna used to do the filling. Then Ausnerato used to also cut because she was older to use the knife. And then Uma used to put me on a bucket because I was not high, I was obviously quite short. So to get me to sink height. And then I used to then be able to help with a cling wrap. And then my brother used to then pack the box. And my father used to then put, the strings around the box that we could be able to put on our shoulders. And so I don't know how not to work. And this is my choice, and I'm really blessed that I wake up every day and do things that I love. And so they say people like me have what is now termed, and this is in the Oxford Dictionary, a portfolio career. And in essence, that's just a fancy word. I just want to make sure that it's absolutely perfect, and then it just never gets done. So she's, a proponent of saying, better just get it done rather than it being perfect. And because you also will chastise yourself if you don't realize a particular dream and that, particular aspiration. And we call each other the sisterhood. These are women who you draw strength from. When the going gets tough, you go to that circle of safety and of love. And when you do well, they celebrate with you. And when I need babysitters, I can call on to them. Mamela and I have a date night. So, it is important for a woman to have, women who also is inspired by. And my friends are a great inspiration as well.
I just wanted to find out...
Love your fro girl.
Thank you, honey. So I wanted to find out if you believe that everyone is an entrepreneur. I'd like to believe that a lot of us here have found our passions, but turning your passion into a legacy that you can also use to make a couple of millions is, I think, a little bit difficult. So how do people like us, especially in the broadcasting business, get to where you are? So can all of us be entrepreneurs?
No. Some of us have to be in the corporate environment. Some of us have to teach. Some of us have to be nurses. Some of us have to be engineers working for a parastatal. It's not the world, sorry. It's not the kind of world where it's just for entrepreneurs only, because we all have diverse skills. And in that diversity of skills, then we have to use those skills or those talents that are innate for the realization of our passion. So passion does not mean be an entrepreneur, make millions, as you say. Passion could be that you are passionate about being an auditor, who my friend is. Oshumigazi is an auditor, and she's passionate about it. She does it without fear, or what's the other word? Fear or favor. And so not all of us are born to be an entrepreneur. I'm an entrepreneur because that's all I know. That's all I've gleaned from my parents. They started a construction company, and back in the days, when and we made some money as a social worker, as a teacher, as a nurse, then you would extend your home, or fagi 2-room garage, and then a big window. So my parents saw an opportunity in the market, so to speak, and then before that, actually started a bricklaying company. And then out of the bricklaying company, then they started the construction company. My mother used to make curtains and go to Durban at the end of the month to sell them. My father used to ride the chisanyama at the soccer stadium. So that's all that I know. That's the only frame of reference I have. And so we all, you might have watched your father who's an engineer, or who used to, so that makes an engineer out of you, and then you get to work for a corporate. So we all are gifted in many ways, in different ways, and we need to just stand in the light of our own truth.
Thank you so much, Sissy.
Ladies and gentlemen, with the type of audience size this gentleman has had over a decade in radio and in media, not just on South African shores, but on international shores, I barely need to introduce him. But in honor and respect of the stage we find himself on this afternoon, let me tell you a story about a young man born in the 80s in this township of Sharpeville, right here in South Africa, who has graced so many stages, who has made sure that as we drive, nighttime radio, he's pretty much done every shift possible on radio in a very long career, and is now an entrepreneur, not just in the media space, but I know personally in the last week, I went to Signature in Johannesburg, and one of the things they were offering that night was a new wine, and I was told, Lynette, try this Touch work. And I was like, okay, let's give it a whirl. And I absolutely enjoyed it. So ladies and gentlemen, if you didn't think it was possible, here is a story of possibility, particularly for the black child. How you start out in Soweto in South Africa, you find yourself abroad. Not only does luck and favor open so many doors for you, but you also propel that with energy, with hard work, and an ethic that always goes, yes, I can do it. He's now in wine. If you haven't heard of the brand, he's going to tell you all about it, but he's also invested in a number of different businesses. I know that at Stutterford's, if you walk in, the ladies, they spray you with Touch Femme, a perfume. So there's a lifestyle brand that also includes condoms, interestingly enough. Okay. But, ladies and gentlemen, perhaps one of South Africa's finest media talents, a very energetic entrepreneur, and somebody that we're going to hear from for a very, very long time beyond the horn. Please give a very warm Essence Festival Durban welcome to my stage to Tbo Touch.
Good afternoon, everyone. How's everybody doing? Oh man, what a time to be alive. That's my hashtag. I want to greet everybody for making time and being part of this amazing dialogue. I still feel like I question myself. I'd like to ask my dear sister Basi as a listener, having to have taken from what she said. But we should pride ourselves to live in an era where we witnessed women emancipating so strong in businesses that are male-dominated, and she's not just winning, she's thriving. To say to you can be in her shoes and greater. So a warm, warm round of applause to my beautiful sister, my high school crush, Basetsana Kumalo. I was Personality of the Year, and I looked at other people who were in that list, and one of them called me while I was seated down, and I said, all of these guys got more followers than me on Twitter and Instagram. How is it that I'm the most influential person in 2016? And I realized that, listen, your significance has nothing to do with who follows you. Your significance is who are you following. See, let me be honest, I'm not defined by how many people follow me, but I will tell you who it is that I'm following. And the last time I checked, the person that I'm following said, I came to give you life and you're going to have life abundantly. And that's why I'm at Essence Festival today, because I'm here to have it abundantly. When I left, oh my God, is that who I'm thinking it is? Praise the Lord. When I left Metro this year, I'll put it clear with you. I had no clue that there's a station waiting for me 2 months down the line. I left, everybody said, I'm talking from the most senior person, you know who he is, or you know who he was. He said to me, it is very cold outside. You are earning $250,000 every month, and you're walking away from it? It's so cold outside. Nobody leaves at their peak. Stay 3 more years. And I said, okay, so I shall stay 3 more years to get off my peak. Is that what you're saying? If there's a better chance to leave, I think it's now. When I left with the notion, it's cold outside. Fast forward, September 1st, we gave birth to the biggest, and you better clap on this one, the #1 online station in the continent today is Touch Central. And let me put it to you this way. September 1st, when I started Touch Central, we employed 22 people. Today we got 38 people employed at Touch Central, and all of them are getting paid. What I'm trying to tell you, with nurture, when you are world nurtured, when everybody is out partying at 47 and is, what's the other club after 47 over here down the road? There's another, give me the name of a club. What is it again? Not Cubana. Cubana shuts at 2. I'm talking the real club. You know where you are at 4 o'clock. When everybody is out there at, what's lounge? German. When everybody's out there at 4 o'clock in the morning and you are in your room making love to Apple, Mac, and IBM and Hewlett Packard because you're working on your destiny, let me tell you something. That is nurture. You are nurturing what is going to be celebrated tomorrow. Because those who are out tonight dancing to Tbo Touch's DJ set, they will be tomorrow the ones knocking at your door saying, Sis Basi, what is that thing? He couldn't even explain himself. What is that thing, man? That thing. I understand. I feel you, bro. That thing is when Sis Basi was crowned Miss SA. She didn't go posting pictures half naked so that she can attract a blesser. She didn't go out at magazines and talk about her thighs so you can wish that you can get between them. No. She spoke about where she's from and how much she's going to transform society. Hasn't she transformed society today? Yes. So the point I'm making is simple. The point I'm making is simple. I was looking at a text message from somebody who said something that I'm going to share with you later. I received a call from a gentleman that sold Prime Media for $5 billion, William Kirsch. September 1st, Touch Central opened with R1 balance book in its balance sheet. It was worth R1 on the 1st of September. My radio station was worth R1. In terms of money, it was worth R1, but in terms of value, you couldn't gravitate or quantify the value of it. Now, what do I mean about that? Sometimes we take our gift for granted. We do. If you don't know the value of your gift, you will settle for 999,000 when you are worth 1 million. A gentleman that sold his company for $5 billion called us at Touch Central, said, I would like to buy a stake in your company. And here's a difficult question. He said, I want to buy a portion of the company, how much is it worth? Now, in a normal world, you must go into your business plan and say, this is the value, we've done this much. If you watch Shark Tank, where Romeo Kumalo, Basi's husband, does a show, you must present the projections, how much you've made, and sometimes they ask you, what is your experience? The reason why people ask you for your experience is for two things. One, do you have the mental discipline to commit to your gift? That's one. Two, do you have the courage to take the pain that comes with being gifted?